organization, Digital Leaders Now, has evolved over the last few years. And today, with the GANAS Tech initiative, we're intentional to bring the three sectors that have been working in silos together, from education, community, and the tech industry. What makes us unique is that we are that bridge to bring them together in co-creating and solving problems that make impact in our communities, building and co-creating emerging technologies that have a human-centered design at the forefront, so that voices of communities, the people that are being impacted by those technologies, are at the design stage, at the beginning stage.
What makes Digital Leaders Now different than other organizations we work with is really their focus, not just on giving us the knowledge, but how do you apply the knowledge, especially when it comes to technology. They have mentors that work with our students, show them the real world examples that they'll be doing, and really making sure our students have a great understanding, not just of what they're learning, but how it's really used in the real world. They're really creating a talent pipeline for the future.
I think that university and industry and public sector partnerships are key to what we do. We don't operate in a vacuum. We serve the community by preparing students for the workforce of tomorrow. So it can't be just universities working alone, it can't be just the government, it can't be industry. It's a three-legged stool on which we build these partnerships.
I think DLN, and specifically the Midwest, has an opportunity to create real impact, to continue to be a leader, just as it's always been a leader, as it's been a hub for transportation, for food industry, and we can also be a leader in the tech industry, cultivating that pipeline, of future tech innovators in terms of, being on board and working in tandem with new developments like the Quantum Project on the south side of Chicago. And I think DLN fits with all these different industries in terms of helping to be an additional branch, to the communities, to the schools, to the universities, to be those grassroots and those troops on the ground for industries in Chicago.
Cook County first met Digital Leaders Now in the beginning stages of the outreach and engagement portion of our Digital Equity Action Plan. So Digital Leaders Now was crucial in developing the policy proposals in our Digital Equity Action Plan. DLN gives me a lot of confidence because they have really stayed on top of trends. As we know, things change so quickly in the technology space. DLN has really been committed to ensuring they can stay on top of those trends, and they understand the importance that government plays alongside industry, and having those two connections in a public-private partnership is really crucial.
What I love the most about my work is that I get to assist everybody within resources or technology. My motivation, besides my children, it's the residents in the community that I help, the community of Summit. Once I give them what they need, that resource or that technology, they feel hopeful, they feel more confident, and they walk out that door with a smile on their face. In our workshops that we provide for the Summit community, I see that more people are involved. The attendance is a lot higher. I see how all ages of stages of life come together as a community.
The GANAS Expo really had a big impact on our students. It built their confidence, and it really treated them like professionals. It's one thing for them to get feedback from a teacher, but when they're talking to college students and professors and get that feedback, it really shifts their mindset, and they sort of see themselves in those careers. When you take school, you take students, you take the community, and you put them together, really what it creates is students that are prepared for whatever job comes in the future. And we know as things change and jobs change, we need to make sure our students are able to adapt and adjust.
My goal, help Roosevelt become a go-to place as a resource, to come for training, to come to hire our students, and to be a service to the community. We can't do it alone at Roosevelt. We need partnerships. We need to work with the community to make sure that our students have opportunities and that what we do in the classroom serves the community in which we live.
I think it's really important as a county that we partner with organizations like Digital Leaders Now, because Digital Leaders Now is in the community. They're talking to members, they're talking to residents, students, they're in schools. So as we continue to write policy and shape the future of digital equity, it's important to get their perspective and get their input, especially as an organization committed to the cultural awareness and the workforce development of our future generation.
I see possibilities in where we're going with this future digital economy, engaging new partners, investing in our communities, in our schools, fostering, co-creating, and building sustainable models that can be replicated, passed on within our own communities and across our state.
I see our communities coming together. I see how we could understand what this generational digital gap is. I see how our world is evolving, and I see us going along with it.
I see engagement, I see partnerships, I see investments that really will help all of us thrive in how we live, learn, work, and play.
Every day is a challenge, but we're here. It's never too late to learn. It's never too old to learn anything new.